let's get Congressman Brian Bilbray on. We'll go right to it. Because as you know, as I just mentioned, one of the themes is to stop the immigration and customs enforcement raids. The other theme is to have the new president, whoever it is, whether it's McCain or Obama or Hillary, go with an amnesty within their first 100 days. Comprehensive immigration reform. Congressman Brian Bilbray, welcome back to the John and Ken Show.
I'm honored to be back.
Are you enjoying Day Without an Illegal Alien, the third version?
Yeah, well, it's a great reminder of why we need to stand up and make sure we stand up for not only our rights, but for the defense of, a nation of laws.
Are you in Washington?
Yes, I am.
Anything going on there?
Nothing's going on here.
No rallies, nothing?
No, we even ran out of post offices to name.
So, all right, let's get to the two things that they're marching about this year. First of all, your take on the chances of the new president in 2009 passing comprehensive immigration reform within the first 100 days.
Yeah, I mean, when pigs will fly and liberals will believe in tax cuts.
These people are marching in the streets and they want it. Why can't we give them what they want?
Well, I mean, what nation in the world would allow somebody to storm their capital with foreign flags and demand that the laws accommodate those who are breaking the laws? And I said that to a Mexican congressman too. They were saying, "Why are people in America so broken, so upset?" I said, can you imagine if there were thousands of people in the Zolico, downtown Mexico, waving American flags, demanding that you guys change the laws to accommodate the Americans?
But we're supposed to be different, welcoming. Our country is built on the backs of immigrants. We're supposed to be better than Mexico. Well, I guess we've really run past that, haven't we?
Well, it's kind of interesting that they'll say that, but look, this is what's coming down to is that you see the numbers there. What they're doing, though, is with the insidious stuff is they're going to try to go underground because they know they showed their hands too soon before they had the power to do that. And now their issue is trying to get basically to coerce us and work the backroom deal. And they're going to try to get a president to be able to give amnesty in the first 100 days. Well, we got to make sure is that we're able to stop them like we did last year, that whenever they start doing amnesty, we get right back down on them. And the enforcement, my God, they're upset about the federal government finally starting to do something that was promised back in '86 when the amnesty was given in '86. This is a part, all we're doing is closing the deal that was made in '86. They got their amnesty in '86. Now finally the nation is getting law enforcement.
Let's talk about the numbers. I mean, the amount of immigration and customs enforcement roundups of illegal aliens the past year is in the mere thousands. However, because it's such a huge increase over previous years where we did nearly zero, the activists are making a big deal out of this, like it's some sort of police state.
Yeah, well, like what they're going to do
even better,
now,
that it's rooting the economy here in Southern California.
Let's face it. When you have over $250 million of expenses just for one county, San Diego, just for one, you could imagine the expenses that illegal immigration is going. But that aside,
statewide, it's still $9 to $10 billion from what we understand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But when you got Arizona finally saying enough is enough, when you got Oklahoma saying enough is enough, all they are doing is saying before we hire anybody, make sure they're not illegal, and they are outraged on that. The question is this: are they really believe that it is wrong for a country to make sure that the people that are working in their country are legally in their country? And they will say, yes, that's punitive, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Now, let's go back to the possibility of a comprehensive amnesty bill in the first 100 days. You probably have noticed, as I have noticed, the only time I saw the immigration issue come up in any debate, later on, I'm talking about when there's basically just been Obama, Hillary, and McCain left, is down in Texas a couple of months ago, where Obama and Hillary did say that they supported comprehensive reform, but it has been minimally debated between any of the candidates, which tells me it can't be a priority.
Well, they're scared to death of it for good reason. Let me tell you something, there's not a senator in Washington, including the three candidates, that didn't get their clock clean last year when they tried to propose amnesty. The last thing they want to do is to walk into that meat grinder again. But the problem is that we got to look around, is that you've got Pelosi in the House who are openly saying, let's just wait until after the election. Let's wait and don't show our hand and don't let the American people show where we are.
They don't want this to become an issue in the November elections. There are a lot of Democrats who got elected defeating Republicans a couple of years ago by being tough on illegal immigration. The last thing they want is to have an issue against them.
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, the roots of that is that you've got 41 Democrats who signed on to the SAVE Act, which was Heath Shuler, a Democrat's bill that was just says Look, it's Ken Calvert's e-verification. Make sure that the Social Security number and the name matches before you hire them, and stop giving tax deductions to the employer's illegals. How more moderate can you be? And yet, the fact is you've got 41 Democrats who signed on to that bill who won't sign the petition to bring it up for a vote. And all we need is 32 more signatures.
How much time do you have for that?
We've got it till the end, until Congress goes out. So we just got to pound
in June,
away.
Usually? Yeah.
And start putting the heat on them. And, you know, even when a Democrat or a Republican says, you know, we got to stop picking on the immigrant, let's talk about the employer. Good. Let's talk about the employer. Sign the petition for the SAVE Act so we can talk about the employer.
You know what the talking point from the other side is? You're going to round up people that are in this country legally, but, you know, there was a problem with their Social Security number, and it's going to be terrible, and you're going to involve them in losing their job, and blah, blah, blah.
All we're talking about is the fact that if their Social Security number and name don't match, then they have to take the time to prove it does, and the fact is they don't. What's bizarre about today is May 1st in the 1950s was declared Law Day in the United States by Eisenhower.
Yeah, isn't that ironic?
And to have them demonstrating that the enforcement of law does not matter on Law Day just shows you they're so obsessed with their extreme left-wing agenda that they think this is a communist holiday rather than recognizing that in this country, May 1st is not the United Workers of the World communist holiday. It is the day that we recognize that this is a nation of laws, and our freedoms and our prosperity are dependent on the respect and the enforcement of laws in this country.
All right, Congressman Brian Bilbray, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
He's in Washington, D.C., the Republican Congressman for Solano.